Hello everyone, welcome to a UKPN update type video / questions and whatever you decide it's going to be. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay before we start. Be appreciated. Somebody in the chat, please let me know. Don't expect loads of people in. This wasn't really scheduled anyway, but never mind. 5x5, 5x5, excellent. If you could share it, do everything you can to get this out there, hit the like button early on, it'd be really appreciated. Loads of people in the chat, loads of green names, right? And I am starring all your ridiculous questions, Phil and Jay. I will answer them. But first off, let us do the usual network update. Right, so how are we getting on? The channel itself has 10,736 subscribers now. Thank you very much. Never expected that many, ever. Which equates to 1.2 million views and 105,000 watch hours. You've watched me for that long, that's ridiculous. 321 members in Discord now. Discord is definitely the place to be. If you're a new prepper, if you're an experienced prepper, it doesn't matter. It's the place to be. Pick people's brains. It's the place. Can't say that anymore. There's 22 of you on there. Out of them 321 who are gold supporters, which is absolutely awesome, which is contributed towards the network, which contributes towards meets and stuff like that. And then supporting me, of course, I've got the members on this channel, which is superb. I've not done a members count for the channel, so I've no idea what that is. But there is 15 paid Patreon supporters now, which is absolutely awesome. And some good content coming for you guys who are supported on Patreon, because you're probably going to get the outtakes from this cycle and all the stuff I can't post. Me swearing and injuries and things like that. It's probably going to go on Patreon, and then the nicely edited videos will go onto YouTube afterwards for everyone else. So you get to see behind the scenes essentially. But all that is down to you guys, the network growth, the channel growth, everything. So superb. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate every single one of you. Meets. So, lots of meets happening next year if you look at the Moss stuff as well. But as far as UKPN meets go, so far, obviously we have Scotland, which is selling out fast, which is the bank holiday weekend at the end of August. So it's not just Friday through to the Sunday, it's all the way through to the Monday. Demos, training, networking, special guests, all sorts of good stuff going on. And I think a prepper cook-off, like a can't cook, won't cook, or master chef version, but using your preps between some of the preppers, which should be interesting. Lots of fun stuff going to go on the Scottish meet. The Yorkshire meet is very close to being announced. I can't announce anything until I confirm it with the site. It's a really cool site. I stayed there not so long ago, but on their normal site, their little weird hill undulating thing, but they've got a whole separate field which we could have. So I'm going to confirm that before I can put the stamp on that, and it's got some good facilities there, not just toilets, but some good facilities. Drinking facilities, shall we say. And I'm still working on the one down south, so we're looking at one down towards Essex kind of area, stuff like that. So no excuse for Miss Worm not to get there. So there you go. And if you have any land, or you know somebody who would let us host a meet there, by all means get in touch. Happy to, me and all the team from the UKPN are happy to help out setting up a meet if you've got a location or if you've got a potential site to do that in. So there we go. That's the meet so far. Hopefully I'll get a few people approaching me, and some of the sites that I've approached will get back to me, and we can start dotting a few more other places. There was one in the northwest, but they've gone radio silent on me all of a sudden, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But never mind, never mind. Right, don't have a final tally because it's not finished, but the Just Giving page closes on the 31st of August. It's not going to run on for a week or two afterwards. 31st of August, that stops. So if you're going to use the Just Giving, which is the best way to donate for Help for Heroes because you get the gift aid as well, then do it now. We are over 2,500 total so far. Which Help for Heroes have already had most of that. I've got change pots and stuff that I've got to tip out and count and stuff like that. And obviously the Just Giving stuff goes directly to them as well. So it's all, I mean, it's done. It's already there. I don't have to do the challenge. It's fine. They've already got the money. So there we go. The leg wax was worth all of that, surely. I'm not even reading your comments yet because I've got my media up. So, well.
You will not laugh. You will not cry.
That's about right. That's about right. Well. Your questions. Right, okay, let's have a look through here. I'm going to go back a bit. That's the last one I started. I'm trying not to miss any. It's always fun on my own. If you want to join in as well, I'll send some invites out after this as well. Do a bit of an open mic thing as well. Still time, Dante. There we go. I hope Dante is your rich friend. Okay, right. I've no more questions after the ones I've started. So let's start at the top. Well, the first one was a comment more than a question. It was Pete 619, 260 miles, say over the 6 days. That's 43 miles a day. Brave. Hope it's downhill and the wind is behind you, pushing you. All the best for the adventure ahead. Well, it's not only downhill. I wish it really was. But I've got the elevation here. Total elevation is 4,000 meters vertically, 4,100 meters down. So 100 meters more down than up, which is good, but it's going to be some very steep hill climbs and some very fast drops. With a trailer on the back, that could be fun, me jackknifing a bike. So yeah, it's not a straight route. The distance, average cyclist, like someone who just cycles in general, not like a super fit athlete, could do between 30 to 50 miles a day anyway. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I am going to try and push myself as much as I can early on. I'd like to try and get there in less time than 6 days. So we're just going to see how we go, basically. I will make it no matter what, or keel over on the way trying. But thanks for your comment, Pete. I'll keep it in mind. Jay still logging. If you get explosive shits, we'll still continue to the finish. Yes. Unless it's a physical injury that I can't cycle at all, and even then I'll walk. And if I can't do that, if I'm literally incapacitated, that's the only way I'll stop. And if I stop, guess what? I've got to do it again. So I don't want to stop because I don't want to do it again. I am dealing with an injury. I've got a shoulder injury still, but I've tried. It doesn't affect riding as such, as long as I don't throw it out doing anything else. Try and change your ridiculous question into a serious answer. Thank you for the question. Anyone in the chat as well, if you just want to talk about prepping, just want to ask about anything in general, feel free. It's an open forum. After I get through the majority of the questions, I'll stick an invite on there if anyone wants to join live and have a chat. You're welcome to as well. This is a UKPN update technically, so this is on you guys. What are you least looking forward to in the challenge? The hills, as I've just mentioned. You know what? I'm going to show you the hills. Let me show you the hills. Let me click the right button. There we go. Right, I'll just pop your comment off a second. This at the bottom is the elevation. All right. I've just put the marker in the centre of Manchester. So it's not exactly where I'm going from, but it's about the same distance, OPSEC and all of that. And then it goes, I'm trying to move it on the wrong screen. It goes all the way up there to Stirling. I've scouted some of the routes and stuff like that, and there is some interesting points. I've noticed a couple of bridges where they've got access points the trailer might struggle to get through, so I'm going to try and keep the trailer as light as possible in case I have to lift it. But I also have seen alternate ways round if I can't get through there, which adds some distance, but there is options and choices. So yeah, it's a heck of a run. We will do our best. We will definitely get to Scotland. How far into Scotland we get, the body will decide. But this is the hills here. I mean, that's a steep drop, this bit here. That's going to be interesting with the trailer on the back. A couple of steep climbs, but not massive distance climbs. That's quite a sharp one, so if I have to get off and push it up that bit, that's fine. This is probably the scariest bit because this is 180 miles in, so I'm going to be pretty knackered by this point anyway. A couple of days in, 3-4 days in, whatever it is, and then that is a long slow grind to get up that hill. So it's going to be interesting. That's what I'm least looking forward to, though, the hill climbs. Have you got enough tunes to listen to from last year's expedition? Last year's expedition, I didn't have that much music. I listened to the King James Bible because the things you talk about you should know. So that was one of my books, and I've got a couple of other books, audio books to listen to on the way, and a playlist of music which I put out for you guys to add songs on not so long ago. So I've got loads of options there. Thank you, Phil. See if I'm missing anything in the live chat while I'm going through. I walked nearly 13 miles when I was 12. I wouldn't do it again. 13 miles, not bad. I think on the hike was 90 miles. And I think the first day I did about 38, which was a mistake because I underestimated how harsh some of them hills were. I should have given myself more time and stuff. But yeah, I've done some distance. If you're ever thinking of bugging out, this is what you want to be doing. The fact we're raising money for a charity on the side is an absolute bonus. This is a bug out test for me. I'm going to be in full character. I've got to get to my family, so that's what's motivating me. But in sunny Spain at the minute. Oh, nice. Not jealous at all preparing the path. It's going to rain during this as well. All that sun we've had for the whole month, and it's going to rain during this. Shocking. Shocking. And again, get an electric bike. It's 2025. Great up hills. I want an electric bike. I do want one. Obviously, it wouldn't be as much of a challenge on an electric bike, so I won't be doing it for this one. And I've already got a bike, but I do want one for the sake of bugging out and getting home. Especially if I can get a folding electric one, that'd be even better. No cheating, you must listen to the songs we picked. Do you know what, Miss Worm? I already have done because I've been listening to them in the gym, and you guys are terrible. Some of them songs are terrible. Eye of the Tiger will get you through anything. Scream if you want to go faster. Excellent. Right. Have the kiddos been helping you get ready for the bike ride? No, apart from me obviously running around after the children all the time. That's always exercise, but nothing directly associated, no. Have you chosen an extra padded seat for the bike for comfort? I have. It was when I first started the challenge. Somebody got the one that was on my wish list. Now, it wasn't as padded as one I've had in the past, but it's definitely padded better than the mountain bike or the racing seat bike things. Oh, it's a lot more comfortable, and that combined with the padded shorts I've got, bonus. The Dino King, padded shorts, no underwear before a padded seat. Hygiene even more so. E45 cream morning and night. Yes, got creams and stuff and things like that, and full first aid kit with me because you all know what I'm like. I've only got one set of padded shorts, so hygiene wise, I am gonna stink unless I can pick some more up beforehand. Is it a foldable bike in case you need to catch a bus? No, and I don't think the trailer would fit on either, so that's out of the question. And we don't even have a bike rack on either of our cars, so rescue operations are going to be interesting if it has to happen. Are you worried about a stalker to follow too much? You'll be too tired after a few days cycling to deal with it, or have you got body doubles on standby? I have nothing on standby, but I will be, because I'm in bug out training mode. I will have my EDC. I will have tools for camping, so I think I'll be okay. I'm going to put the invite for the stream in there now ready, but if you do join, you'll be sat in the back green room until we finish these questions, but the chat is in there either way. Will you be stopping for haggis and deep fried Mars bars once you reach Scotland? Definitely not. That will just definitely tip me over the edge. Are you tempted to cycle with a kilt on? Not even slightly. I would like some serious questions at all. Would you rather cycle a tandem or penny farthing? Tandem, so somebody else can do some of the work. Will you have anyone at the finish line, and will they be bringing a foot bath to assist you? Yes, without the foot bath side of things. Mrs. Urban Prepper, instead of, being my safety crew and following me all the way up there, she's just gonna go straight there. So she's heading off to Scotland to be with her family, and if I make it, I'll meet her there. So that's the plan. So I will have somebody at the finish line, just nobody at the start line. Do you have your motivational tunes ready, and what's your number one tune that you know will push you further? I like anything quite heavy metal to push me on. But I do have like a gym playlist with like quite a lot of hip hop on. So it depends, I suppose. I like a bit of heavy metal. I don't know about you, but if heavy metal comes on the car, I drive a bit faster as well. But it's just got to be careful with the weight of the trailer on the back, which I'm going to have to try and keep the weight down because the tent weighs more. That's why I've been looking at other ones. Have you checked for protests? No, I haven't. Phil, you're ridiculous. Do you have the bug spray in case the midges want to give you a nice Scottish welcome? They can eat as much as they want as I cycle past. It will shed some weight for me, so no bug spray. How's the new earphones? Quality's really good, but they're so tight and so noise suppressing that they make my ears sweat. Could do with little fans in there. Have you got plenty of pain relief meds or creams? Not meds. I'll take creams. I'll take topical things. I rarely take painkillers anyway. Like for headaches or anything like that, I try to avoid them unless they're absolutely necessary. There will be some in the medical kit, obviously, but I'm not taking any specifically for that. I will be taking creatine with BCAAs as a recovery drink, and I'll be taking a pre-workout as well, just in case I want that little extra boost of energy. I don't know your name. I've subscribed a while back, just letting you know that rough sleeping in England is legal. There you go. I've done it. I didn't know it was legal, but I've done it. So there we go. But thank you for that. Yep, I've got a puncture repair kit and I've got a hand pump. I want to try and pick up another. I've got spare inner tube and stuff, but I want to pick up another 2 inner tubes just in case, because I've seen some of the routes I'm going on, and cause it's a cyclocross bike. I've had punches in the past on canalways and stuff, so I need to get a couple of them before I go, and a couple for the trailer. Track all local bike shops en route just in case. Yeah, well, the map thing I've got, this is, there we go. This is really cool. It's called cycle.travel, and it's an app on the phone as well. Now, it's not only like Google Maps and you can click follow on the phone and it follows you along. I've downloaded it, the maps, as offline maps, so signal shouldn't matter either, but I do have paper maps just in case anyway. Have you got an England flag on it going through Scotland? No, I haven't. Ping me that on Discord, New City, and I'll add it to the playlist. I think we've come to the end of the ridiculous questions. So, pop the link in there again. If anyone would like to join. I know I have a map, which is great, but question, will you be streaming or waiting to make a video? Right, so, because I edit on the go, on the fly, there's going to be a couple of different things happening video-wise. So I'm going to keep up to date with shorts on the channel. So just, here's a quick update of me falling off a cliff, etc. Floating down a river, whatever happens. I'm going to be doing a highlight reel using my phone, which I'll edit on the go. So like on the evening when I lay down, I'll edit it. So by the end of the thing, I'll be able to put that up. But I have 2 GoPros and a handlebar mount camera, which is going to capture a lot of footage on the journey. So it'll take some editing afterwards, but a couple of weeks after, I'll put out the full thing. I don't like peanut butter. I don't like peanuts or peanut butter. I know it's a good protein boost, and when I was keto, people were saying, oh, you can have a handful of nuts, and yeah, no. Unfortunately, not for me, Mark, but I will be getting some energy, like high energy bars, high carb bars and stuff like that to take with me. Evil Girl says, how nervous are you about this challenge? I'm more nervous than I was for the hike, because the hike was me and a bag. I didn't have to rely on anything. Because I'm relying on something mechanical, being a bike, even though it's been all checked over and serviced and stuff, and a trailer, there's things that could go wrong with either of them. Whereas on the hike, the only thing that could stop me was my own body. So I feel like a lot of it is in somebody else's hands, hopefully looking down on me, keeping me safe. But yeah, there's a lot more nerves involved with that, especially the fact, like, if I've got a camp, it's the security of the bike and stuff like that. I need to find the bike lock. I don't know where that is. I'll have to find that out. Have you had any spinach? I have spinach with all my meals. Thank you very much. Spinacci bars. Is that spinach bars? Spinacci bars. Honestly, I'm envious. Would love to try something similar, but on an e-bike. I don't think my knees would take that distance. Mine might not, right? I when I have these brilliant ideas, I still think I'm 21 in my head, but I'm not. So I'm just hoping I make it. I will do my best. That's what I can promise you. The gels are useful too. Kiddie pouches are a great instant hit. Yeah, I think I might pick up some of the 5 energy bars. You know what I mean, the gels. I used to have them at football and they were quite good at half time. Can you prevent minor punctures with inner tube protectors? Potentially, but it's not a mountain bike, it's a cyclocross bike. And from what I was reading, they're not good to try and put in there, but I could be wrong. Somebody's also mentioned the gunk stuff, which, I mean, please let me know in the chat if you've used it before, the stuff where you fill your tyre with that gunk stuff. Because I've literally got 50-50 people saying, use it and people saying don't use it. You know, so I really just genuinely don't know. Oh my god. Thank you, Gatwick Scuba, for your PayPal gift. That is absolutely awesome. Really, really appreciate that. That'll go towards my 5-star hotel en route. But yeah, puncture prevention, it's a big concern. I used to commute regular on a bike, on a cyclocross bike, and I used to use the canalways. Never had a problem. Then I did one run with a friend from where I lived at the time to Liverpool on the Leeds-Liverpool canal. And he got 3 punctures and I got 1 on a single journey. Like, we ran out of spares and we had to wheel his bike to Halfords that was not so far away. So it really does concern me. It could go either way. Have you done any drive runs with a trailer and a few miles with weights that you're thinking of? Yes, I've done training. Probably not as much as I wanted to do because of moving house, because of the prepper meet, because of kids, because of life. You know, not 21 where I can go to the gym every single day. It's just finding the time these days. But I have done runs, tested everything, everything's fine. Now, see, in my head, worst case scenario, if I'm really struggling, is to get somebody to pick up the trailer. Not with the stuff in, just the trailer. And I will change then to cycle packing, where if I can take a backpack, I'll load up the bike, strap on stuff to the bike, and do it without the trailer. I don't think the trailer is going to be an issue, but if it is at any point, then I could come that as an option. But let me know if you're on the route anyway, on standby. Note down, find a bike lock before you forget. Yes, I know. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Certainly the pay for cover the cost of the lightweight tent on your list. Need you to have at least a dry night. Gatwick, you're absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. So now I've got a choice, tent or whiskey. No, definitely put it to good use. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Super. Pannier bags are great to spread the weight about. Yes, but I was speaking to the lad that cycled to the Cornwall prepper meet, and he had a trailer, and it was a really good insight to speak to him. And he was talking about getting the weight balance right on the trailer, which I've been playing with and stuff. And once it's mounted on the bike and distributed right, and if you get it right, it almost slightly puts weight on the back wheel and lifts the front a little bit. Not so you do a wheelie, but that kind of, it really helps on the long distances apparently. So I'll be tinkering with that some more. Are you still not using road or MTB clipless pedals and shoes? I looked at it. The shoes, I went and looked at the shoes after I think you mentioned it last time, Amphia, and just really expensive, mate. Really expensive. And I see me potentially getting on and off quite regular. If I can cycle for an hour, stop for 10 minutes, stretch my legs, cycle for another hour. If I do that all day, I'm going to cover a decent distance. I'll try and keep going, but I just feel like pedal clips and stuff like that would hamper that a bit, plus the cost. Use it in emergency, just mucks up the rims a bit. So take it with me, but don't. So people are saying preload it into the bike. Philip says I like the gunk personally. Do you just ride around with it in, Philip, or do you just take it as an emergency, like the Holtz tire weld stuff? Is that what we're talking about? That kind of thing. That's the Holtz tire weld that Pete's mentioned there. I've got a full puncture repair kit, a decent tray, patches, sanding, and I've fixed so many punctures throughout my time. I know how to do it and stuff. I just hope it doesn't take too much time if it keeps happening. Yes, it was awesome. Thank you, Gatwick. Really appreciate that. Leeds Liverpool Canal Bank is a menace, yeah. I don't think I hit that really this. On that map I showed before, it does say like I'm doing 11 miles on busy roads, 206 miles on paved road, 430 meters on unpaved road, 37.7 miles on paved path, and 4.9 miles on unpaved path. Now I've followed the route best I can using Google Maps as well as this as a combination, and that most of that unpaved path is at the beginning. So hopefully get through that. It'll be plain sailing the rest of the way. Don't want to count my chickens. Take it nobody wants to join in this evening for a random prepper chat. It doesn't have to be about this, by the way. The link's there one last time. If nobody joins, that's fine. Who hasn't liked this video? It's all for charity. Yeah, love it. I take spare tubes for all wheels, and I intend swapping to solid tires as soon as I'm able. Yeah, I wanted to mountain bikes. I remember having a mountain bike when I was a bit younger, and it had like foam inserts instead of an inner tube. They were really good, but not all that comfy. So yeah, but I'd love one of the fat wheel bikes. I think they would be so much better for something like this. If I got a fat wheel bike and it was electric, I'd be laughing. But is what it is. Would you consider getting a group together for these events, so to speak, if people are fit enough? I've offered. Preparing the path, I've offered. I mean, this is the challenge I decided to do. Granted, I lived 30 miles closer to the finish line when I put this challenge out there, and now that I've moved, it's even bigger. So that's probably tacked a day on for me. But I'm up for anything. I mean, we were talking about something like with kayaks for next year, or something where you do a bit of everything. I don't know. But yes, I'd love to do it in a group. The solitude is probably one of the eeriest things at times. Whiskey. Will there be any sites en route you look forward to, e.g. Hadrian's Wall? I'm totally going to play that by ear. We drive this route a lot of the time, and as it goes into Scotland, it's the road I always see this path, this little roadway alongside the motorway that winds under it, over it, round it, down the hillside when we drive there. So it's going to be cool to be on the other side of that. Sites wise, I'll see what I see on the way. I did on the hike. I found some really cool stuff on the way on the hike, and we'll see how time is. Amphia says, are you taking a few spokes along as well? As even Mark Beaumont broke a few spokes of the first couple of days on his round the world ride. Do you know what? It's not something I've thought about. Spokes going. Please don't tell me that. I don't need that. I will map the bike shops like somebody mentioned and hope they're feeling charitable when I go in. I say, I'm doing this for charity. Please sort my wheel out for free. So I don't think I've ever replaced a spoke in my life. We have an extra viewer, Baby Evil. Hello, Baby Evil. T2, have a look next time and give me a shout. Would love a challenge. I wonder if you'd be interested in, I want to do a winter camp. As in a bug out winter camp. As in all you take is your bag and we go off into snowy hills in really cold temperatures. If you're interested in that, preparing the bath, that could be interesting. Maybe time it with the Tommy sleep out next year. When on cycle routes away from roads, I've used podcasts to keep from a form of company on long rides. Yeah, I mean, the only podcast I listen to is me. I listen back to the firesides. Maybe I'll go back to some old firesides or something like that. But um, I've got plenty of books on Audible, and I think I've got 3 credits still on there as well for more. So I've got options. My power's my worry when it comes to that, because I've got some decent, like what I use for the gym headphones, not like this that's going to make me ears sweat, but the loop round, the sports ones, the inner ear ones. I've got them, but obviously they charge through the USB, which is fine. But I've got my phone doing footage. That was fine on the hike, but on the hike I used about 3 or 4 of my power banks. By the end of it, I was scraping the barrel with the power. I've got an extra power bank or 2 since then, like smaller ones. But I've got 2 GoPros and the mounted camera to charge, so I might have to find pit stops on the way where I can go in somewhere, buy a cup of tea and plug 30 devices in. And I thought about solar panel like over the back of the trailer. It adds too much weight. They've gotta balance it. Swings and roundabouts. Cable ties and tape fix everything. I have a huge pack of cable ties. I have plenty of masking tape. Pete, I'm on the case. Map all Halfords also. Where are you hoping to camp? Trying to work out if I can cheer you on after work. It's really unknown, essentially, at the moment. The Gin Stitcher. Well, there you go, Gin. So it depends where I get to. I mean, I'm hoping not to stop in this first 30-40 miles. I'm hoping to get a good run. So I've not... On the hike, I made a mistake of pre-mapping different places to camp. Not doing that this time. Winging it. So when I get to a certain point, certain fatigue, certain fitness level, or certain time in the evening, I'll be looking for campsites. And worst case scenario, looking for somewhere to camp. And that's how we're pretty much going to play it, the whole thing. I'd rather not wild camp. Not that I've got anything against wild camping, but me in a small tent and expensive bike and trailer outside a small tent, I have trust issues. But yeah, the cyclist guy that came to the meet mentioned the alarm you can get, the motion alarm, but I've not got around to it. Is it a village bicycle or a town bicycle? It's a cycle cross. Really? Really? Interesting. That's why if I did something like that, it would be part of a group, I think. Nice spooky story at midnight. There you go. I'll stick you on my playlist, Miss Worm. Not a problem. We're going full battle belt. Yeah, why not? What food are you taking? Don't forget, this is the network show. Open mic. You're welcome to join. There's the link again. Nobody joins, then we'll give it another 10 minutes and we'll call it an evening. What food are you taking? So, I had a mixture of a couple of tins, some wet MREs and some freeze-dry stuff. In the interest of weight, I'm dropping that down strictly to freeze-dry stuff and snacks. Light snacks like energy bars, flapjack, stuff like that. Good high-carb energy. And I'll have a couple of old pots and stuff, but it's mainly going to be freeze dried purely for weight in the trailer. So pastas, I've got some ready wise stuff as well that I'm going to split up, portion out. So yeah, mainly freeze dried is going to be the order of the day. Yes, I know, I understand. That's why, like I say, I'd like to do it with a group, make sure we're well prepared, and always have a backup get out plan. Or if I did it as a group, I'd like to do it like a simulation, more or less. So somebody would be on stag at all times, so you'd have shifts of sleeping. So take all safety precautions we can. I would say think a 30-mile a day gap to find sites. 10 either way fills the gaps. 30 miles a day though, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 160, 70, 80, 210. I wouldn't make it. It's got to be at least 40 to 50 miles a day. Grape alarm and fishing wire work for security. Good idea. Good idea. I might have to improvise something. We'll join next when hubby is away with work. He was very confused that I was chatting to a bunch of blokes on the internet. Love it. Do you have electrolytes just in general in my body? I've got a creatine mix with BCAAs and stuff like that in. I've got pre-workout which has electrolytes and stuff in. It's a natural pre-workout rather than an artificial one as such. It's my brand that I used to sell, so it's really good. So I've got kind of them, and hopefully I'll have enough nutrition and stuff like that. Will you weigh yourself before and after? No, it'll be depressing. I'll probably gain weight. What does the trailer weigh? Not weighed it, but there is less in that distributed than is in my get home bag. I've gone really light. I'm going to do a video hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days of me loading the trailer, and you can see how it's distributed and stuff like that. So I'm not jam packing it with absolutely everything I need. I'm trying to be as minimal as possible in it. So it weighs less than what my bug out bag or the bag I took for the hike would weigh. And obviously it's on the wheels, so it's good. Weren't we recording? Were we? Since when? That's the other channel. Oh, sorry. Was that a thing? Oh, I got a memory like a sieve, generally. Oh man, yeah, I was supposed to be recording something else tonight. Special. Will you keep updated on Discord in case we are passing our areas and we can feed you, etc.? You can come out and charge my devices. Yeah, so I'll be in touch on the Discord on the evenings and when I stop and stuff like that. I'll stay in touch as much as the signal will allow me. I'll do shorts on the channel, so yes, I'll keep you up to date as much as possible. Cool. Thank you for the question, Purple. Take a bank card with you. You can always grab a curry or a chippy tea on the way. You know, I'll have it with me anyway. I'll have my phone with me, which is you can pay with that and stuff. I know there's options and choices. You know, listen, I'm gonna pre-excuse this right now. The challenge is the distance. All right, If I end up halfway and think I need a Premier Inn and I need to unstinkify myself, I might do it. If there's no campsites or anywhere safe to camp, because basically Monday, Tuesday, I think is going to be okay weather. Wednesday onwards, rain. Doing this in the rain. So I'll give myself options. Will there be a lessons learned video? If I survive, of course there will. Of course there will. This is what we do it for. This is what we do it for. The amount of people that say, I'm going to bug out my backpack, and they never try it. I had lessons learnt on that. I'm going to bug out on my bike, but they never try it over distance. So I'm going to learn on this. Yeah, this takes me country roads, dirt tracks, through town and city centres, and in the middle of nowhere, over rivers. There's a water crossing point, which is going to be interesting. It's all learning. Yeah, practice my map reading as well. I really would come on tonight, but Wi-Fi is dodgy and kids are in the next room, pal. Oh, no worries, no worries. Listen, if nobody comes on, I get an early finish. I'll go and watch TV with Mrs. Urban Prepper. Absolutely fine. Just hang your shorts and trainers. That will scare off everyone. Everything. After day 3, yeah, I think the smell of me will scare away predators and thieves. Becoming Delta trike would be really cool. And you know what? I can't remember the name of the bike off the top of my head. I've done a review on the bike. Have a look in the channel, find the video, watch the video. There's a review of the bike. But I'll update you soon anyway when I do the trailer thing. It's just completely, it's just disappeared out of my head. It was like £850 cyclocross bike from Go Outdoors, and when I went to get it, it was actually reduced. So I think it was an end of line thing. But it's cool. It's got good reviews. Be ready. Stag is an absolute shout. So there we go. Yes, preparing the path. We need to do this. We need to do this. I'm 100% on board. This is a Sun USX HD I bought in Texas back in 2007. Oh, we talked about the picture? I thought it was an M1911. Oh, it's the trike. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Sun UX HD. Okay, so that's the trike. That's cool. The trike could be cool. Special mic night. Tie the fishing line to expensive kit with the alarm inside the tent. It'll wake you up. Yeah, but that's what worries me preparing the path, because I suppose I say I sleep like a log. That's at home. Usually on campsites I'm quite alert, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What navigation aids will you be using? So I'm using the app, which is cycle.travel, which is really cool. It uses pretty much Ordnance Survey style maps, but maps a full cycle route using national cycleways, dirt tracks, absolutely everything. So it's a really cool app and it's free. Awesome. I've also got maps myself of the area that will be packed in. I've got my compass, like I always have. I can map read. I can, so that's pretty much what I'll be doing. And maybe I'll even look to the stars and try and use a bit of what I learnt at the last prepper meet. He did get waxed, that's totally fair. Lots of rain gear, I hope. Stay dry even when riding. Yes, John C, I think it was, got me a rain thing that was on my cycle wish list on Amazon. So that'll be coming with me. Yeah. How's the legs? I don't want to talk about it. You know why? Because it's not growing back. It's not. Everyone, I expected like stubble after day 2, day 3. How long does it take to come back? It's not growing back. I'm going to have patchy bald legs for the rest of my life. I'll blame the alopecia. Are you worried about getting lost if your phone batteries go? No. It's the UK. I can read road signs. the stick, keep the sea on my left and keep going north, and I'll be good. Like I say, we drive the route a lot on the motorways, and it's kind of, it winds around that general direction. I've got a good sense of direction. I'm not worried about that. I'm absolutely fine with anyone coming out. I believe Scottish Prep 73 is going to meet me on one of the evenings as well. Maybe have a cup of tea and stuff like that. I see the bike in that video. My bad. Oh, I see the bike in that video. There we go. Cool. I looked at ice trikes from Colonel, but I don't have a spare 4K to buy new. Yeah. Listen, if I could afford a fat-wheeled e-bike, I wouldn't be pedaling this. Ooh. Ooh. That could be fun. Like the old TV show. Might get a few funny looks. We'd have to think about that. Maybe over like a national park area or something like that. I like the idea, Snapdragon. I like the idea. Are you on Discord, Snapdragon? If you're not, get on Discord. But yeah, I like the idea. Thank you, Miss One. There we go. Yeah, so I've got the Jump Starter one, which is a beast of a battery. It's like 27,000 milliamp. I've got the small Anchor that were on deals. I've got a few other small power banks, 10,000 and 20,000. So I think I'll be all right. I'd like to have got like the C200, C300, but even then, I'm not sure if I would. I haven't got one because I've got a big power bank. There's no way I'm taking that. But I thought one of the small compact ones might be good, but then it adds weight, so I don't know. But I've got enough, hopefully, to keep me going. Worst case scenario, just got to sacrifice stuff. I'll have to sacrifice the mounted cameras and stick on my phone and stuff like that. It's too cold. It's going to be pouring down. I'm not going to be in shorts. It's nothing better. Nothing better. I sleep better like that. Somebody wakes me up for like 2 hours stag and then I go back to sleep. Oh, I feel like I'm more rested than just sleeping through. Delta Trike I bought cost 1,400. Question: have you remembered spare pods and juice for your mod if you're taking it? Yes. Yeah, I've got spare everything. I've got multiples. So, but like I say, I'm not going into the Australian outback. There's civilization en route. Should I need it? Let me get a power bank. Okay, cool. I was looking to see if you could still get. Do you remember you used to be able to get like dynamo things for your bike, and on the old bikes you'd put it against your wheel and that would power your headlight. I thought that'd be cool if you could get one of that with a little C charger. So as I'm cycling, it's charging the phone. That's got to be a thing, right? It's not just in my head. I got a really cool set of lights. Lens lights, LENZE, which were on my Amazon wish list, which a kind subscriber got for me, which is on the bike. And I've got 2 extra lights, red flashing lights, which can be mounted to the trailer. However, the plan is I'll be cycling mostly daytime. I'm hoping to be set up in a tent by the time night falls. I'm hoping not to do much night cycling, but we'll see how we go for time. What's the longest stretch with no civilization? I don't know. It depends on your class of civilization. It's There's quite a few like 10, 15 miles stretches without anything at all. There's always little tiny villages. There's always farms. It goes up through Lockerbie. Probably as you go over just after Dumfries and Lockerbie, where civilization's technically there because you're where the M74 is, although you're not on the motorway, obviously. But there's not really any towns or anything on that stretch till you get up towards Lanark. So, but again, you're talking 10, 20 miles between civilization. Still available. What's still available? Confused. Oh, we're talking about the dynamo things. Yes, cycle phone chargers exist. They do? Do they exist on Amazon so I can get one before I go? Delivery times are a nightmare. Might be cold and damp. Might need a spooning. Keep him warm, right? You want a dynamo charger? We have to have a look. Oh, don't put that wish list up, Miss Worm. That's not the cycle one. That's just random crap I've thrown in there. I'm buying headlights from your company in Utah here in the States, but some other type. Red flashing lights and an amber light from another. Cool. There's my shop, and we've just released a really cool new range just for Brian.
Hi, Brian! Hi, Brian, and so's my wife!
I love it. The front wheel dynamo hub can be built into a touring wheel. Well, that's the hub. That's where you replace the center thing. I was thinking, do you know, like the lights, they used to have a unit right next to the tire, and it was almost like a lever arm. You could flick over onto the tire, and it was the friction. It won't let you in. That link. Why won't it let you in? No, that's the right link. Double check. There you go. Right, let's have a look. Ugh, eBay, AliExpress. There we go. What's this? Bike dual USB charger dynamo distance riding and outdoor. £23.59. Shocking. 53 quid. I won't be getting one of these. Motorcycle USB charger, that's no good. It's a wild Brian appears.
Yeah, well,
You alright?
I meant, yeah, not bad, mate. I meant that it won't let me link the Amazon stuff. There's loads of the ones the old-fashioned dynamos that run on the wheel rim.
Yeah, I'm just
loads of them
looking
still
now.
available.
There's like some bright orange one that looks like it's fresh from AliExpress, and then the rest have got a huge price tag.
There's ones about £6 on Amazon, but
Is
you'd
there?
need to. Yeah, there's ones on there, and you get ones that go up to about £30 that have got USB points built in as well.
I never even thought of it till now. Probably left it too last minute. Cheers, that. I thought you meant the link for this wasn't working.
No, I didn't even know there was a link.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. You don't have to hang around. You're obviously watching TV.
No, I was watching the Celtic game and it was absolute shite. I wish I hadn't have bothered.
Well, it's Celtic, so what do you expect?
Oh, God. This is because you're consorting with the great unwashed.
That's how I'm
Supporting-
converting into a
supporting-
Sunderland fan best I can.
I don't know which is worse, actually, Rangers or Sunderland. It's kind of dragging your heels a bit for both.
I've got things for you now, Brian.
Silence!
Oh, my favourite.
Bullshit. It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
Harsh but fair. I'll take that.
Saving them for a fireside. There's quite a few.
Depending when I bump into you in your Scotland leg, I mean, I can bring. Depends if your camp's at a rough camping, but I'll bring a C200 or a C300, and you can just plug everything in it, recharge your kit for the next leg.
I don't think it'd be that bad because most stuff won't take loads to charge. The phone probably takes the most, but them little cameras take next to nothing anyway. So I don't think it'll be that bad. Not totally going off the beaten track, and I might die halfway anyway, so I won't need to charge anything.
Well, you might. You're getting on a bit as well. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, it would be frigging raining halfway.
Tea. I am drinking tea.
Oh my god, he's out the shed. Well, you got to get used to tea. Have you heard the news?
What news?
Pepsi's going to be gone soon.
Up your arse and parsley.
Have a look in Discord. I posted it in the Pepsi chat. It's happening. Closing
Nah.
bottling plants and everything.
I've ignored your vicious slander.
What's happened to the shed? Has it burnt down or something? No, he has a house as well.
I don't just live in the shed. Apparently I should. I'll fucking remember that. I'll be withholding my services, women. There'll be no more hungry hippos.
She says that, but in the height of summer, at least you got aircon in the shed.
That's it. Not in the house. But in the 2 weeks or the 2 days of Scottish summer when it's actually warm, we're sweating like greased monkeys.
Hawkins has joined. I'm waiting. I don't want to add him and his face appears.
No, Adam, please.
Hope he's ready.
Let's get a blonde wig.
Hello?
Afternoon, gentlemen.
If you just
That's
put
some
up
tan you've got.
That's my back, mate, which is currently red raw.
How was your holiday?
Up.
Yeah, it was good, mate. It was good. Bit of sunburn, but we live and learn, don't we?
Have you come back to an intact solar system? Has it been ripped off the roof? Or
That's all still there, mate. Plugging away, chugging away, earning me money. So can't complain.
Pepsi going to be gone? Yes. So that I'm gonna let me pull up the news.
It's not going anywhere.
It's such good news.
It's not going anywhere. Me and Brian will buy it if we need to.
I'm not prepared on it.
Then it'll definitely be running to the ground.
Yeah, why did you make no profit this year? We drank it all.
So Pepsi's been axed by Costco, basically, and Pepsi's also been removed from all drinks machines across the USA and UK in Costco's. And then in 2025, PepsiCo has implemented significant restructuring, including the closure of multiple plants and subsequent layoffs. These closures are part of a broader strategy. This is what you hear. This is what they said about British home stores. A re-strategy. Oh, look, he's he's just shot himself with the news. Sorry, guys. It's the last of Hawkins.
He's gone.
Hawkins is in the stream with audio only.
I'm back.
Oh, that's weird.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Unfortunately, yes.
Hey, don't be
Why
like
has the
that.
avatar not come up? Oh, well.
That's
Hawkins'
what I was
voice.
trying to do, essentially.
Hawkins is just a voice from beyond.
I'll be haunting you on your bike ride.
At least I have some company. The solar panels here are churning out power nicely. 50 panels at 280 nominal watts each.
That's a few panels.
It's just a couple. Apparently Fanta own Lilt now and do a version of it. All right, okay. Disembodied voice, that's how we like him. At Costco, I'd prefer Coca-Cola products. There you go.
Well, I
Somebody
can't type
with
on the
taste.
chat, can I? So I've got to come in here and talk instead.
Why can't you
Mike-
type on the chat? You've done something.
Did you hear, Brian? Mike's banned me from the YouTube chat.
All right. Why?
I just can't type. Whenever you try, you can type whatever you want. As soon as you try and press enter to submit it, it just won't
pretty
take it.
sure, considering you accidentally booted one of our Discord members earlier on today, my guess is you've done something, not me. Is Scottish Prepper up for a winter bug out run?
I 100% am.
But only if he's in his bloody RV.
A winter bug out run. I should
Yeah,
probably explain that the chances of me walking in the near future are not great. Never mind
yeah,
run.
that's a good point.
Can we get a wheelchair up the Highlands?
But for those that don't know, I was in at a Bupa hospital last night, and what started out as physiotherapy has now evolved to they're going to be cutting my heel open and putting in a charger's phone because it's flat.
Nope, it's falling over.
Yeah, I know. Cutting the heel open, grinding bits out the heel bone, putting in metal anchors, and putting in a cadaverous section of tendon, and then slicing my calf muscle to lengthen it. So 2 weeks to 3 weeks in a plaster cast, 2 to 3 months in a boot, and 6 to 18 months rehab. So no, I hope that answers your question about the chances of me doing a winter bug out.
Dead man's leg. Nice.
What's caused this, Brian? What's the cause of the issue?
I walked
Pepsi.
up a hill.
Pepsi.
You walked up a hill.
I'll look. You're on a live mic, you fucking arsehole. Sorry. I'm getting heckled to the numpty in the questionable pyjamas. I lost track there, but I was rudely interrupted. Sorry.
Well, you said what caused
you
it?
injured it?
I walked up a hill. I was on a course for a week with the union, and I got to the top of Charing Cross. By Wednesday, my ankle was burning. By Thursday, it took me 40 minutes to do a 20-minute walk. By Friday, I had to take the car.
There you go.
So it was a work-related injury. Did you see a risk assessment before you undertook the activity?
Sadly, that won't fly. I get paid anyway. It's fine.
I don't think he did a risk assessment. But all I'm saying is, right, a lifetime of Pepsi and he's potentially a cripple. Lifetime of cola and I'm going to cycle 260 miles.
Yeah, but what age do you claim it would be?
We're the same age, Brian.
And it's debatable if there'll be anything left of you by the time you get to Scotland, mate.
You are?
It's debatable whether there'll be anything left of you by the time you get to Scotland.
Well, you know. Doesn't kill me, it can only make me stronger.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I've tried that philosophy. You just get more broken.
He's more machine than man now. That'll feed his ego way too
Iron
much.
Man.
If I'm more machine than man, it must be from Team U, judging by the nick of me.
Yeah, it's not the $6 million man, it's the $6 man.
Yeah, that's the one. Dollar store.
You know it's bad when he's got to do his own chugga 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 sound effects. Young people won't understand. How long is the bike route? 262 miles is the bike route. 4,000 meter elevation, 4,100 decline. So
I'd missed the escape and evasion thing to start it anyway. Did somebody suggested something about
a group of us doing like a hunters and escape and evasion thing, but like over a set area kind of thing?
That would be quite good actually, because you could fire the drone up trying to hunt them, and it'd make good footage as you're trying to pursue them with a drone.
Yeah, you could control the drone, be on comms with us as a hunter force on the ground, giving us directions.
What season?
From his mobile command vehicle.
I think it's just summer, so we have a bit less deaths.
Yeah, well, hopefully by next summer I'll be walking, so yeah, that could work.
You don't need to walk, you could be our Professor Xavier with you.
Well, going by the way my hairline's going, mate, that might work out as well.
Brian, get them to put a charging port in your heel at the same time.
Yeah,
You get that
once or twice.
dynamo fitted on your ankle.
I wouldn't move enough, mate, to charge a light bulb.
I had that plantar fasciitis thing once. Yeah, is that what it is? Fasciitis.
Yeah.
Thing once after walking, and it wasn't far off dental pain. Lucky it was easy to treat. There you go.
Well,
What's the pain level at, Brian?
it's okay if I don't move. Walking after about 50, 40, 50 to 60 feet, it gets a bit sporty. Stairs is awesome fun. Stairs is when the real fun kicks in. And hills. But bearing in mind that I inspect cranes for a living, that could be a slight issue with climbing.
You're
Yeah.
reaching that age now that you're going to have to buy a bungalow, aren't you?
It's getting there, mate. But we're getting there.
Log cabin, you're right. So when you find whatever land it is, make sure it's quite flat.
What that age? And what is that age? What age are you supposed to be?
How many teasing, mate? Don't worry. You don't look a day over
Hawkins is
37.
ageless. He's faceless and ageless. Anyone entering here is just going to hear 3 voices and 2 people on the screen. It's weird. I don't know why this StreamYard's decided to do this.
I can jump out and jump back in if you want.
No, I don't think it's you. I think it's a setting in here somewhere.
It's when he says I'm Patricia and people log in. Oh, schizophrenia.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Which is true.
I just didn't think I had enough copyright strikes, so I thought I'd throw some Disney in there.
You would have to be. I was just thinking about your escape and evasion thing.
Yeah.
It would depend how much of a lead start you were giving people and fitness levels and stuff between the 2 teams as well.
Yeah. Miss Worm said, watch Brian's channel, help him buy a Stana stairlift.
Yeah, your laughing's helping. That's really good.
Is that the wife?
Yeah. Oh, it's better than that. We're going to Disney in 4 weeks?
Oh, shit.
And,
You're right.
yeah, and she says, "Don't worry, we'll get you a chubby chariot." Now that does wonders for your self-esteem, right there.
When I snapped my leg in 6 places at football, went to Tesco with my ex not so long after, and I got in one of the Tesco ones. You get the free ones at the entrance. So I was driving around on that. She's like, "Oh, you're so embarrassing." I was doing the Austin Powers 20-point turn. And I had no shame at all. She was completely embarrassed. She's so embarrassing. I'm not embarrassing. Then I went round and the cycle stuff was on for Christmas, and I found a red crash helmet. So I put that on and came back round.
How about now? No, I don't see that happening. I've got to be honest. I would rather. Oh, this is the best bit. She's booked a walking tour to the Magic Kingdom. A walking tour. Right? That's almost as good as my 30th birthday present. What do you get somebody that's scared of heights and aeroplanes? Fucking flying lesson.
I'm beginning to think she doesn't like you.
Yeah, we'll give it away.
This is when you find out. This is when you find out. Also, it's in a Sopwith camel, and you've got to use your feet to steer the frigging thing.
Mate, without a word of a lie, we walked past all these shiny aeroplanes, and then there was a thing in the corner I thought was there for spares, and we went in shitty bang bang.
Yeah, but it was half
The
price.
door, it was like being in a Land Rover. There was gaps in the doors, and then he took off. We must have got in the air about 5 minutes. And he said, "Right, you've got control. Move it a bit to the left." It moved about that much. You know, it was like a hair's worth of move. That it's like, okay, try the other way, a bit more adventurous. Another hair, and it was right. Okay, just stick it in the take, mate. I've had enough. You've got another 45 minutes. Have an early tea break.
This one's on me.
Yeah, I'm out here. So she booked the Keys of the Kingdom tour, which is like was it 5 hours? 5-hour walking tour underneath the Magic Kingdom and all the tunnels and stuff. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it in a chubby fucking chariot. Sorry.
You've got to. What choice have you got?
Just go to Hooters and let her do it by herself.
I like your thinking. Put a bit back into the economy.
That's a weird name for a Hooters girl economy.
Yeah, those economy ones will do a lot more for a lot less, though. Never look up at a bargain.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. Well, this completely went off topic, didn't it?
I'll take the blame for them.
Preparing the path, I think, is volunteered to be hunted. There you go. We'll set that up. Sounds like fun. Instead of a meter, prepper hunt.
I'm going to have to invest in a thermal drone, aren't I?
You're being hunted.
All right.
It's $3,500, mate, the thermal one, the Mavic.
Be worth it to win, though, wouldn't it?
You
Kinda
don't win
would.
anything. You win a case of Coca-Cola Zero.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm out.
I had to have that in the airport yesterday. They didn't sell Pepsi Max. It was disgusting.
Is anybody else waiting for something to fly at Brian's head?
You only
Can we
beats me.
hunt Hawkins? You are?
She only beats me when there's no witnesses.
All right. Well, it could have fell from a shelf. We don't know.
And I also don't bath with a toaster, for the record.
We could hunt normies. That's really going to get the preppy reputation up. We could do a charity walk carrying Brian on a sedan chair. I suppose this kayaking next year is going to be out the window as well. You're so inconsiderate, Brian.
I'm not kayaking with my feet.
You got to get in and out the fucking thing.
Says who?
Okay.
All of them at once. It depends what route you want to do as well.
Well, guys, we completed the challenge. I'm here at the very end. Brian's off to sea. It was nice to know him.
The best route I did was the Spey. The Spey was an awesome kayak trip. We smashed it in 2 days and it was like 92 kilometres. It was really good fun. Slightly sketchy at the rapids, but it was, well, the washing machine section is a bit iffy, but it was good fun.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can do something that doesn't involve pushing you around in a chair. We'll have to cross the bridge when we go to it. Or if you have got a peg leg by then, it maybe embraces your pirate side on the ocean.
You've basically
Well,
got
I'm glad
18
you're in
months.
this. Honestly, I'm glad you're in this. You're making somebody laugh at least.
Put Brian in
This
a
is why I
pedal.
go in the chest. No fucking hecklers.
Well, I mean, I'm done for questions anyway, so I think we'll let everyone go rather than just it turn into a random fireside and take the piss out of Brian all night. How about Halo jump over Cairngorm Mountains in winter to start the preppy exercise? I will not jump out of anything unless it's on fire, and even then, it would have to be a big fire.
To be honest, mate, if you were in an aeroplane, it probably would catch fire.
I'm not paying airplane prices. I've brought my own camping stove from Temu.
And then it was flood.
That's what that. You see that plane with the engine backfiring coming out of
I
Corfu?
did.
Oh.
My arse would be backfiring if that was the case as well.
That'd be my last ever holiday abroad.
We were flying into Florida, 1998, when the forest fires, was it? Why am I asking you? Honestly, I'm as well as asking one of the dogs. It was the 88. You'd have been about 16, fuck's sake. She's going to Florida on a trip with Cavill. Jesus Christ. Honestly. No, we were flying in and we had forest fires at Sanford and the plane couldn't land. It was getting buoyed up with the hot air and flying into the sky.
Wow.
That was interesting.
I flew into Houston and instead of coming down to a runway like that, it was down and then just last minute turned back on himself to hit the runway. Like literally just leveled out as he hit the runway and bounced. And then he came over to Tanner going, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? I'm like, fucking no, white knuckle in the seats.
We used to cover a lot of work in Shetland and flew out there a lot.
Oh,
And it's
that's
horrible.
rough. That'd be a twin prop, will it?
It was a crop duster. And we turned up one of the times, and at Edinburgh they take you out in a bus to the plane because it's a little shitty one by Flybe. And they had 2 fire engines at it. And my 4 colleagues that were with me were pissing themselves laughing, trying to get my hands off the bars on the bus to go into the plane, shoving me up the steps, telling me it was okay, it was just a drill. But he's going to say that, he would tell me that anyway. I'm not going on the plane. They're literally shoving me up the stairs.
See, before I went to Prague, I'd only ever done long haul. So I'd only ever been to like America and places like that. So I'd only ever been in the airport, through a magical tunnel. All of a sudden, you're on the plane, you find your seat. I went to Prague on one of these Jet2 Ryanair, tinfoil things, and you walk out onto the runway. I don't want to see the outside of the plane. What's that bit of tape? That shouldn't be there.
That's load bearing tape.
Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. And I still remember that, even Stripe drinking a whole bottle of whiskey in the airport to get on.
Hawkins has went awfully quiet. Is he still in the chat?
Still here, mate.
Peeling his back.
Oh.
He's putting under the pillow for later. It's quavers.
Thermal only works overground. Where do you think we're hunting you? Going underground. There you go.
The
We're gonna
great
hunt
swim.
on Wimbledon Common. Yeah, well, I'm going to end it anyway, gents. Thank you for jumping in and taking us completely off topic. It's always a pleasure.
No worries, mate. See you later.
See you guys.
And thank you, everyone in the
Bye-bye.
chat, for joining in and contributing, and especially the donations that have come through, both on PayPal and on Just Giving. It's really appreciated. Everything goes towards the charity directly on Just Giving, and on PayPal if you want to help out on the costs or just to buy me a drink on the journey. So it is really appreciated. Thanks you all. Keep growing the network, keep growing the channel, keep shouting about the Discord, as Miss Worm does, because she's awesome. Thank you to all the mods and all the members, and we'll see you in a video about the trailer really soon. Goodbye.
Do it. Do it now.